Hello everybody. It is Tuesday, September 26th. Um, Tomorrow actually is a very special day for my wife and I. 20 years ago, we got married. God, it seemed ages ago. Um, Been through so much, 5 kids. Um, it's been crazy. Hopefully, knock on wood, live for another 20. Um, just a quick update on the app. So, um, like I said, I got to get out of here early, go get stuff for tomorrow. Um, but this is the options trading app, the earnings volume app. I have the billing screen not quite working, but this will lead to this familiar looking at option volumes. And I know one of the stocks that report Thursday is Nike. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that one. Um, I, I'm still a bear. I'm still have a negative outlook on the market. This happens to be Goldman Sachs, and if you and I'll let Alan talk in a minute, but remember how we have the Jewish high holidays that ended on Monday. Monday was Yom Kippur, the holiest day in the Jewish faith, the beginning of the new year. Um, and I think, and Alan can correct me, but I think it's the 57th, 100th year, somewhere around there. But if you notice, Goldman Sachs had a bullish day yesterday. Google, another one, had a bullish day yesterday, only for it to fail again. And remember, we pointed out, and another one we pointed out was Target. I briefly looked at this yesterday. Remember when this was at 120? I mean, we're 10 points below that. No, yeah, 10 points below that. So almost 10% below that 120 mark. Remember when we were saying, okay, this needs to hold, and if it doesn't, heads up below. I kind of see that with Google as well. We are sitting 129. If we looked at this candle, like 127's right here. This is like a gap right here. So I'm going to continue to be short until something tells me not. I think the major news out there affecting the market might be the government spending again, which is a circus, and I'm not going to even get into. What I want to get into is trading the SPY, and I continue to trade it daily. And I do so because they have options that expire every day. I don't have to pay for a week's worth of beta when I can just trade just one day, which let me bring up the 2-day. Well, so this is the 5-minute chart of the SPY. And here's the high. And here's the low. Now, a couple things that I want to point out. Yes, I did get trapped here on this high. It's one of my demons. I'd like to front load. And as soon as we broke above that 5 high, I said, okay, we're going to continue to rally. We didn't. And had I trusted the app, look at all these below the 5 minutes. Here's the SPY. We had one trigger short at 8:55 or 9:55 Eastern, so 25 minutes into the trading day. And then we reversed shortly after that. I went short. Where did I write that down? 8:51, which is 9:51 on this chart, because this is Eastern time, which is this candle. And again, like I said, I front loaded. As soon as we broke that 5 low, I was in. And I traded until we got this double green candle. And I was out with 75%. So I made 75% within 30 minutes. Another thing that I noticed, and this isn't really on the 5 minutes, here's another area to short. You know, we came back up towards the 5 minute high and basically failed. But I took a picture at 12 Central, which is 1 o'clock Eastern, and we'll look at that. And I said, I like these 426 puts. They're trading at 35, well, let's say $36. And the reason I like them is because I saw this. I saw this box. And like I said, 1 o'clock is where I said, I really like these puts. And those 426s, if you notice, we dropped down to 425. We never broke 425, but we tested it. So that is $1. So if you look at 36, almost a triple, almost 300% on those 426 puts. I didn't trade it, but I wanted to, and I basically made a note and said, I'm going to keep track of these 426 puts because I have a feeling we're going to continue downward into the day. So I'm going to look at the 3 month, and then I'm going to turn it over to Alan. Like I said, so here's the 3 month of the SPY. We're not looking good. We may want to start thinking about if we're too extended. But I have a feeling that the market needs something to reverse. It needs some sort of good news. It needs some sort of, okay, it's time to test the waters again. And like I said, that may be the government spending, you know, if they pass a bill or whatever, or they pass a budget.
Can you bring up the 200-day simple moving average?
On the daily?
No, on the 3 month.
Yeah. Indicators. Moving average. 200. So there's the 200, which is sitting at 418.
So my experience, Brian, this happens every year. The Jewish people get back into the trade when it hits the 200-day simple moving average. Now, what you saw was a false rally on Monday because it's against the Jewish faith to trade on Monday. So we know it wasn't a Jewish trade. It was people that were looking for opportunity and looking for a pullback rebound that they're the ones that went into the market.
Right. Yeah, we saw that.
You also have Sukkot coming in. So what happens in the Jewish faith is that after we celebrate Rosh Hashanah and then Yom Kippur, that the next holiday is called Sukkot. That is a celebration when the Israelites went into the wilderness, put up their tents, and lived amongst the wilderness, and God provided for them. That happens within the next week, and you're not allowed to trade during the first 2 days of that holiday. So sometimes a Jewish trader will wait to get into the trade, and they won't get into the trade yet. They'll wait till it's soundly around the 200-day SMA, or they may actually come back into it after Sukkot. Now, keep in mind one thing about all of this is that we saw with documented proof 19 billion were taken out of the market. My experience is the $19 billion comes back into the market. That's why we have the rally after the Jewish high holidays.
Hmm.
It's a real thing. It's a real experience. It's a real what happens. We saw a 1,200 point drop literally in a 7-day period. I showed it on the charts today. So this is huge. I mean, absolutely huge. I mean, the funny thing I get a kick about the whole thing is that nobody talks about it than me. And I know why, because they'll be called everything in the book, or they'll call this, they'll say that, they'll do that, and like I mean, that's like the kiss of death, like to say anything. So the thing is that this is just what I've witnessed. This is what happens. This is what we use to make money from. Now, I think tomorrow we go up, but it's hard to say if that's true or not. And one thing that was interesting is that Google and Goldman Sachs did start down a high percentage on that trade on Monday. So if you go ahead and look at that trade, they were actually down. They both started down $1 or $2. So that's just, yeah, if you look at it. So my big question is, who are these people that went ahead and pushed that trade up?
Right.
I'm thinking it's people that weren't associated with it. Just because I guarantee you that there was no trading to be done on Monday. That is the holiest of holy service they have. It was a beautiful service. The service in our shul synagogue was an hour and a half long. Usually they're only an hour service. Beautiful. It's the only time we read from the Haftorah, which is from the Holy Bible. It's just a beautiful experience, and so amazed and so fortunate that at the number one service in our synagogue, I was able to do the Haftorah portion. And so it's amazing how much you feel God. I mean, that's the biggest surprise to me. It's like you're almost in an evangelical revival service. I mean, and the Reformed, I mean, they had a 12-piece choir. They had, singers. They had 4 cantors singing. I mean, it was just beautiful. So if you get a chance, watch it on Temple Israel's streaming site. You'll be able to go ahead and see that for the next month or two. So beautiful service.
Nice. Okay.
So keep the faith. Brian taught you some on how to trade on that. I know the video wasn't there. The key thing is that to follow that, you should have never lost money today. You should have been up. You should have known that the Jewish high holidays aren't over till you have two positive days in a row. That's how you know that the buy-in will come in. So if you get 2 greens in a row, look for Google, look for Goldman Sachs. Those are the ones to watch. Will tell you when to get in.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, the 5-minute app, basically all it did was triggered short. It's a simple tool, basically, just to tell you which direction to trade. So, and like I said, my puts were 75% profit over there. So
excellent.
Okay, doke. I gotta run. Get ready for tomorrow. I think I'm solo next week.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, no, you are solo. I will be
taken an amazing journey. Steve Forbes is putting on a thing, so I'll be out of service for that. So yeah.
Okay, doke. Well, enjoy. Um, last thing before we go, you're gonna miss it, right? Thursday night football, Packers versus Detroit.
Is that this Thursday or next Thursday?
I think it's this Thursday. I think it's a short week. Um,
Wow. Yes, I will miss it. I would be willing to do a bet. Why don't we go ahead and wager? I mean, I don't know how Green Bay won the other night. That
I know,
that
right?
day, that was just
Well,
a crazy.
so Detroit's known for cars, right? And
Yeah.
Wisconsin's known for cheese. So if the Packers win, I'll you can send me a car, but if the Detroit wins, I'll send you some cheese.
Uh, so I
Speaking of
like your
cars,
concept. Yeah.
I really have to go. But speaking of cars, I think both Biden and Trump are coming to Michigan for the UAW strike. I don't know when.
They're both coming on Wednesday, which should be
Wednesday.
tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be a party. So, okay, I really
Yeah.
have to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wish I had more time to chat. But like I said, the bakery closes in an hour, and it takes me 40 minutes to get there. So, hopefully you guys have a good night, good rest of the trading week. Reach out if you need me. Feel free to send me a message and keep using the 5-minute app. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye,
Okay,
everyone.
we'll see you, Brian.